Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, the Hex God from NYC, Razor here, and today I am back with Week 6 of Season 7 of the NPL. This week we are going to play an old NPL player who just came back for the season, one of my very good friends, Cheeseboy628, coach of the better Phoenix team, the Phoenix Sunkerns. And right now Cheese is doing very, very well. He's going on a tear. He's beating all the legends. He's doing very, very good for himself. So we're going to see if after our horrible, excruciating, painful loss from Gypsy last week, if we can come back and if we can take down one of the more players that is doing very unexpectedly well, and that would actually be very good for us. As you can see, I have my baby face back, and yeah, but Cheese's team is very scary. There was a thing at the beginning of the season where a lot of people, they were making fun of Cheese's team because a lot of people didn't like, in this meta, drafting a lot of bulk. Cheese's team is basically a lot of bulk that he's been able to use very well offensively. And just examples of that is he has Amoongus, he has Sylveon, he has Heatran, he has Donphan, he has Mandibuzz, he has all these big bulky walls that can just take so many hits but deal like a lot of damage, that can deal a lot of damage back. I know he very much so likes his offensive Sylveon. He very much so likes an offensive Donphan. He also just has things like Manaphy, especially as a Z move user. Z Brain Dance is very scary. Z Hydro Vortex is very scary. Z Bloom Doom for my Azumarill is very scary. And then he also just has speed with Raikou and Swellow, which are two very fast, very hard-hitting mons. And then the Sand Core of Mega Tyranitar and Stoutland. Mega Tyranitar, a Mega that is actually doing very well, surprisingly this season. A lot of people didn't think it would do that well. But once again, I'm going to put the team up on screen just so you can see everything that I've just said as we go through our team for this week. So, first, we have Frankly My Dear the Fortress with Stealth Rock Spikes, Toxic, and Rapid Spin. Mental Herb, mostly because of Taunt Heatran and Taunt Mandibuzz. I thought Heatran would definitely come to kind of check this thing. If it wanted to taunt it or just fire move right away would be his idea, but if he did want to taunt first to stop me from getting up Stealth Rocks or Spikes, then the Mental Herb is very useful. Same thing with Mandibuzz. Even though Mandibuzz can just defog him away, if he does taunt me, I can just stop the taunt and then go for a Toxic. So then if it wants to taunt me again, I can just... And if it wants to taunt again, I can just switch out. So I thought that was pretty useful on it. Just max HP, max Spadef, because he does have a Manaphy and a Raikou. And Fortress already has a lot of defense to be able to take on Tyranitar and Stoutland. So I think this set is fine. Then we have Bjorn Free, the Choice Scarf, Mammoth Earthquake, Icicle Crash knockoff, and Superpower. And the reason I am running a Choice Scarf variant is because even though his team is bulky, his team is not all that completely slow, definitely. So I think Choice Scarf Mammoth Swine itself already does a lot of damage to his team, and being Scarfed, it is able to outspeed the Raikou. If it's not Scarfed, it's able to outspeed Manaphy. It's able to take on, not Sandrush. Is it Sandrush though? I think it's Sandrush. Yeah. Actually, no. I don't think it can. Never mind. But this set definitely does. It definitely hits his team hard. Earthquake and Ice he doesn't really have much for. Knockoff is also just very useful, and Superpower for things like Mega Tyranitar is also very good to have. Then we have Mega Latios, just incredible, with HP fighting for the T-Tar, Psyshock, Thunderbolt, and Calm Mind, with enough speed to outspeed the Manaphy, max special attack, and 76 HP to be able to have some bulk in it. And originally I was Surf, because Surf hit a lot on his team, but I was convinced through a couple people and through a couple mocks that HP fighting was definitely the better route to go for this game. So I'm going to be rocking that instead of Surf. Psyshock, good stat move. Thunderbolt for Manaphy, for Mandibuzz, for Swell, everything. And Calm Mind if I can just maybe set up on a switch, which is would be very ideal for me. So I think this set can definitely put in some work against Cheese's team. Then we have You'll Be Sorry, the Thunderous Therian with Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Nasty Plot, and Psychic with Fighting MZ. Again, for that Mega Tyranitar, because Mega Tyranitar is very scary. It's also good for the Heatran if he decides to bring it, and anything else really. Donphan doesn't want to take a lot from it, so it's also very good for Donphan. Thunderbolt, great stat move for Manaphy, Mandibuzz, Sylveon, anything. Psychic for the Amoonguss, and then Nasty Plot because I feel like his team, especially with Thunderous Therian, because Thunderous Therian does force a lot of switches on his team offensively. I definitely think it'll be pretty easy to get a Nasty Plot off with Thunderous, and then possibly proceed to clean from there. So I think this set definitely has a lot of potential to be able to either deal a very big blow to Cheese's team or to win the game. Then we have Xavier Self, the Azumarill, Belladrum, Aquajet, Knockoff, and Play Rough. The idea with this set is to pretty much his tried and true Amoonguss switch-in is going to be. His tried and true Azumarill switch-in will be the Amoonguss. This Belladrum Azumarill set is basically enough to speed creep the Amoonguss and a couple of his mostly the Amoonguss actually. It's pretty much just meant to creep the Amoonguss maybe a little bit more, that 20 speed, and then set up a Belladrum on it and then kill with a +6 knockoff. And then everything else on his team pretty much dies to an Aquajet except the Mandibuzz and Fizdef Manaphy. If he has Energy Ball on the Manaphy, Azumarill does take it pretty well with the 236 HP. If he has Bloom Doom, then that's another situation like I said before. If he has Bloom Doom Manaphy, it's a very big threat to my Azumarill. But against my team, I definitely think that the best Manaphy set for him would be a Fizdef set. So I don't think on that kind of set he will pack Energy Ball for the Azumarill. He might just have Scald to try to get the burns. So if he does only have Scald and he only tries to go for the burn and I don't get burned, this set is very good. It's very powerful. I'm pretty sure a +6 Adamant Huge Power player of Oko's a Fizdef Manaphy, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely think this set also has a lot of sweeping potential. And then finally we have Philippe the Bird, my Amoonguss sort of answer, because it is Safety Goggles. Aerodactyl is a little bit of a weird set. Safety Goggles, Aerodactyl, with 2. Was it the Outspeed +1 T-Tire? Maybe. I think it was. Maybe. I don't know. No. Swallow. 383, I think. Yeah. Hone Claw, Stone Edge, Aqua Tail, and Aerial Lace. Originally it was Hone Claw's Fly. Once again, some mocks and some people maybe see that it wasn't a very good move. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty decent move because he would see it on the Amoonguss if he tried to go for like a move or something like that, and then when it would switch out, I would hit something with Fly, I would take damage, and then I would be able to go for a Stone Drop. It was a cool idea in theory, not so much great in practice. I thought it was pretty okay, but I think this set is definitely a lot better. Hone Claws, hit those Stone Edges, hit those Aqua Tails. Obviously, I'm going to 100% hit that Aerial Lace. So, I also think this set can do put a bit of a dent in this team. I don't think it can sweep, but I think it can definitely force some things out and put some holes in his team. So that is going to be the team for this week against Cheeseboy628. I will see you guys in the battle. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back with the battle once again. This is week 6 of NPL Season 7. Once again, going against Cheeseboy628 and his better Phoenix team, the Phoenix Sunkerns. And I actually forgot something that I was supposed to do throughout this entire video when I was doing the team builder. So, somewhere on the screen, wherever you see it, there will be a cheese pun counter. And the reason I'm doing this is because I did, you guys are going to see it, but I did Around the Rhyhorn last week. And it's going to be uploaded sometime around here. And we were talking about cheese a lot in that video, and we made a lot of different cheese puns, and it was really great. You know, I thought a lot of them were really sharp. I'm gonna see how many cheese puns I can fit into one commentary of this battle with cheese. I have a little list on my phone right here of different types of cheeses. So I can promise you guys that this is going to be a very good video. Alright, so looking at Cheese's team right now, he actually did not bring the Heatran or the Manabuzz, two things that I was hoping he would bring. He also didn't bring the Raikou, another scary threat that I thought he was going to bring against my team, because as I said in the team builder, Cheese has a really strong monster of a team. It's much better than mine. So I'm really glad he actually doesn't have the Raikou and the Heatran and Manabuzz in this game, because that means his only hazard remover is Donphan, which is still pretty scary, but I know Cheese likes his offensive Donphan. So we're going to actually, he did bring Stoutland. Stoutland was something I was thinking he might bring, but I thought he wasn't going to actually bring it. And he brought it. So Stoutland's actually kind of scary, because, you know, I don't have anything for a Sandrush Choice Banded return except for Fortress. So we'll see how that goes. But I think our chances are looking pretty good right now. Nailing it. I'm nailing it. Alright, so he's going to Manche Go into Manaphy on the first turn. I'm going to Manche Go into my Thundurus. So this is a really good... I'm trying to make cheese puns right now, but this is a really good start for me. So he's going to go straight into Donphan. I'm not going to predict. I'm just going to go for a Thunderbolt right there. But that was actually kind of bad for me. I could have made a cheddar play there. I could have nasty plotted up, but I actually still don't think it would help me, because Donphan still would have had Sturdy, and even if I went for Fight EMZ, which should have killed from there, the Sturdy would have made us stay alive, and if he had Stone Edge, I would have just lost my Thundurus right there for almost nothing. So maybe it was kind of okay, but I still should have probably went for maybe like a Psychic or a Focus Blast there, instead of going straight for Thunderbolt. Sorry, I'm looking through my cheese puns right now. Alright, leave me provolone, guys. Alright, I'm sorry for the hold-up. I'm loving this. You guys are gonna hate me for this. I hope you guys watch this part of the video. I hope anyone watches this video. Alright, so we're going to go out into Fortress on Donphan, and he's actually going to switch straight into his Sylveon. And Sylveon is actually a big threat this game. But because my Fortress is Spadef, that Hyper Voice isn't going to do much. From that damage, I can tell that it is a Specs Sylveon, though. This is the one time I actually hoped I brought like a Steel move, like Gyro Ball or something like that, but I didn't. You know, a couple of the parts of this team are filled with holes. Okay, that was really a bad one. I'm gonna Asiago. But, okay, so getting back to the game, I'm going to set my Stealth Rock, so he goes for Donphan. Donphan's going to go for Knockout. He is going to knock off my Mental Herb. I'm going to Toxic the Donphan, but it has a Lumberry, which is, it was really, really unexpected. I thought, out of all the items I thought his Donphan could have been, I never would have expected Lumberry. Like, that's really unrock-a-fortunate. You know, Rockafort, unrock-a-fortunate. Ah! Okay, seriously. But, yeah, that play really threw me off, because I thought getting a Toxic there on the Donphan was going to be very good for me, but he was the very, very unexpected one berry. So that kind of sucked for me. I just lost my fortress right there. Didn't really want to. I didn't really know what he was going to do next, if he was going to set up rocks or not. I kind of just wanted to go for predicting me to switch. I kind of just wanted to go for another toxic to try to get residual on him. But he did just go straight for the Earthquake and kill me, and did kill me because it was max Fizz-Def. But it's fine. I'm going to go into my Mammal Swine right here, and I'm just going to fire off a mean Earthaquaka. That wasn't a cheese pun, that was just me being stupid. Alright, so he's going to send out the Manaphy, and by that damage I can tell that the Manaphy is 100% as I thought it would be, Fizz-Def. And he's actually going to go for a U-turn. Again, out of all the moves I could have expected on his Fizz-Def Manaphy, I did not expect U-turn to be there. So here, he has me Pursuit Trapped with Mega T-Tar, and this was the one situation I 100% wanted to avoid at all costs with my Mega Latios. But luckily here, I'm just going to stay in. I'm going to go for an HP Fighting. It's going to do a clean 47%, and instead of going for Pursuit, he's going to get up his rocks. So that was it was actually a very good turn for me. Hold on, I'm trying to see if there's a cheese pun I can make with this. No, I can't make a cheese pun right here, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, I'm distracting myself from the video. I hope you guys love that cheese pun counter down there. So here, I'm just going to go for another HP Fighting. I'm going to take out the Mega Tyranitar, which is very good for me. Very good, very good. I'm trying to use different cheeses, but okay. He's going to go into the Stoutland, and Stoutland is something I was very scared about. I want to keep my Mega Latios around. I'm going to go into a Azumarill here, because Azumarill, with the HP stat had, was definitely my best switch into this. And what it was going to do, it was basically meant to live a return, get the Citrus Berry back up so the Sandstorm wouldn't kill it, and then go for an Aqua Jet to get damage on this thing, so that next turn my Aerodactyl could come out, take a return, Home Claws up, and then kill. But as you can see here, he does get a very unfortunate crit. I mean, it's very unfortunate for me. So basically, as he was going to die there for almost nothing, which is very unfortunate. I would have gotten the Citrus Berry up. I would have been able to Aqua Jet, get damage, and then you're actually going to see this next turn, because right now I do go onto my Aerodactyl, and I'm going to go into my Aerodactyl, and I'm going to set up my Home Claws here. As he returns, the return definitely did not kill. Definitely did not kill, especially with my HP investment, and because it is resisted. So as you can see, I am going to be able to get the it also would have stalled him a turn of sand, but I am going, and if I got an Aqua Jet off with the Azumarill or any damage at all, that Stoutland would have died to that Stone Edge, which would have been a lot better to me. He would have been forced to go onto something else that I could have gotten residual damage on, which would have made my job a little bit easier. Would have stopped Latios from having to come in and take a little bit of extra rocks damage as well. And here he's going to go. So that actually was very bad for me. Again, I'm trying to think of cheese puns. What the hell? That was a Ramon no-go for me, I guess you can say. But I'm very sad right now. I'm very blue cheese, you know. Very, very blue. I just got creams. I'm not focusing on the battle at all. So I am going to go for a Psyshock here. He is Fizz-Def, so the Psyshock isn't going to kill him, and he is going to Spore my Megalodios, which is pretty unfortunate for me. And if he has foul play, I am dead. But he actually reveals that he doesn't have foul play. He went for Sludge Bomb. It can't poison me. And basically what I have to do is I have to wake up this turn to be able to get rid of the Amogus, or my Megalodios is gone. And I actually am going to get that turn 1 wake. I'm going to go for a Side Shock. And I'm going to be able to get rid of the Amogus, preserve my Megalodios at least for another hit. And that's actually really nice for me. It's really good. And here he's going to go for a Donphan. He actually didn't have Ice Shard on the Donphan. I was expecting to die to Ice Shard, but he actually didn't have it. And the Donphan is just going to Rapid Spin to kill me here. I did get a crit with the Side Shock too, so the Donphan is a lot lower than expected. I feel like if I gotten the damage off earlier with the Toxic or with the Focus Blast at the beginning with Thunderous, I would have been able to kill it right there with that Side Shock crit. Which would have forced him to go out into his Manaphy that I could have killed with Thunderbolt, possibly, and then go into a Sylveon, which I could have gotten damage off with Psyshock. So, I think in the long run, me not going for a move at turn 1 to hit the Donphan with to get damage off, if I had gotten that, if everything had happened the same way, especially with the Toxic and the Thunderous going for Thunderbolt turn 1 instead of Focus Blast, I think I actually could have had a better chance at winning this game, because, like I said, he would have had to go down to Manaphy again, and I think even if it was walk-in, it still would have died to the Thunderbolt, and then he would have had to go into Sylveon, and the Sylveon was 100% Specs, so I would have been able to get a very powerful Psyshock off on it, which either would have killed it or would have almost killed it, to the point in which Scarf Mammo could go in and just clean up. But unfortunately, that didn't really happen. It's just this kind of sequence of events just makes me think that if I had done this one thing, if I had done this other thing, would it have helped me win the game? Because spoiler, what you're going to see here is I'm going to go for Thunderbolts, but Sylveon is very, very especially bulky. He's going to go for a Specs Hybrid Voice and just knock me out. And then here, I'm going to go into Mammo with my choice of Scarfa. And I have to lock myself in Earthquake here. It's the only move that I can go for that can possibly crit or help me win the game. He's going to sack Sylveon to the Earthquake, because he knows that Manaphy can't take 2. And so he's going to go into the Manaphy here. And I was hoping he would have Scald, but he did actually have Surf. And I do live, and my only hope here is to crit him with Earthquake to try to win the game, but unfortunately it did not happen, so we are going to take a very close 1-0 loss to Cheese this week, but that was a very, very good game. GG to Cheese. That was a very close. I think I just didn't prepare enough for this game. Yeah, I again, it's just kind of like those sequence of event things that makes you think, if I got the residual damage off and the same crit happened, would I have been able to have a better chance of winning the game if my Azumarill didn't got crit? It's just like these little things that kind of happen without the match. It just makes you think, and that's kind of what's happening with me here now as I watch this game back. But definitely a great game to Cheese. He deserved the win. Probably because I was just making really bad cheese puns this entire time. You guys probably clicked off of the video at least like the 4th or 5th one. You couldn't cam and bear it anymore. I'm so good at this. So gooda. Alright, but unfortunately, this is going to put our record at 2-4, -6 going into week 7. So we are going to be 15th place in the league currently, sitting in that first Matza relegation zone. Yeah, there's no laughing matter. I definitely need to try to step up my game from here on out. I definitely need to focus a lot more in my teams, in my play, and I think I just need to learn from a couple of my past games and try to carry on to try to at least finish the season strong and maybe try to get into the playoffs. So that's pretty much it. Remember, guys, beat up that like button down below, subscribe to the channel for some more Chicago BEWEARS NPL content, leave a comment in the comment section below, and make sure to subscribe to Cheese and all the other NPL majors and minors coaches whose links will be in the description below. Also, make sure to go sign them, to go subscribe to the official NPL channel for more official NPL content. And guys, I am